Hi there everyone, this is Hotform here. Today we're just going to be watching a rated battleground that I did on my Affliction Warlock. We're not the highest rated team, this is just a random bunch of people at a trade chat, but you know, nonetheless you can have some good times in a rated battleground regardless of who you're playing with, and your job's always kind of the same. And as an Affliction Warlock, your job is naturally to spread dots. You want to be keeping everybody dotted, but you still want to have main focus targets that you keep your dots and your haunt on. And you'll see I struggle with that sometimes, but that's okay. And we get Spelllock right off the bat there after we put our dots on the Warlock, which means he probably has Spelllock on autocast. We have the Mage hitting us too, so we're going to have to watch out for 2 counter spells at the moment. But right now they're just doing some damage, so we can safely get some hard casts off here and probably not get pummeled. If we do get counterspelled, it sucks, but it's not a huge deal. Reading some CC, we get Deep Froze in there, so we're not going to wait for the dots to break us out of that Ring of Frost, because it would have been a 5 second stun anyways. We do get Feared though, and we get Spelllocked again, which means, okay, now we can hard cast some more, especially because the Mage has stopped paying attention to us. We have this Resto Druid next to us, and we're just going to put some dots into him. He's their healer at the moment, so we want to keep him under a bit of pressure, but we have this Resto Shaman over here too, which I should have some dots rolling on, yeah. And I'm just going to target over, put a Shadow Trance into him. I'm going to start getting some dots up. UA, Corruption, Curse of Agony. Probably didn't need the Agony considering how low health he is, but it's always better to be safe and just get all your dots running, because it's worse to not have your dots rolling and then have them live than to have your dots rolling and have them die. But we finished off their 2 healers there, so we should be able to clean up the DPS reasonably quickly now, because I don't think there's any healers left in the area at the moment. And they all went with their flag carrier, who's Blood Death Knight, and he's going to be picking up the flag soon. Because we did let him get by. We have some dots on the rogue there. The mage is just sitting up top. He gets shocked by the shaman, so we're just going to put some damage into him. Pretty sure it's Frost, yeah, it's Frost Mage because he's got the water elemental with him, and he's going to ice block there with about 2% health left, but I feel like he's going to be taken care of, so I'm just moving on to the next target. We have this Resto Shaman over here. He's the only healer in the area at the moment, so we're going to want to put some pressure into him, because a lone healer is always the person you want to be pressuring. He can only heal himself, and with an overwhelming number of DPS, there's pretty much no way he's going to live. Death Glow is on cooldown there, so I'm going to fear him real quick for that last second interrupt, and then we're going to take him down. The Hunter's around here now. He's pretty much the only one left trying to control the midfield for them, so I'm going to put some dots into him, but I should be turning around because their flag carrier is going to be hitting across soon. But I get a little enthralled in my combat here. I put some dots on the Hunter, but he's pretty much dead now, so I'm just going to leave him. We have the Rogue Hex over here. Going to start up some light dots on him, but we see this Druid over here. Because we killed the Shaman, he's the only healer in the area, although the Shaman did just resurrect, and he's coming back now. So the Druid probably is going to live. Now we're going to counterspell that Warlock there, just stop some of his damage. We put some dots into him. The Druid does go down on our focus target there. I'm just going to Searing Pain this Rogue a little, because I'm expecting a counterspell from the Warlock, although his pet is feared, so he can't counterspell on me in the end. And now it's just the Shaman left, because the Druid went down, so we're just going to put some dots into him again, continue trying to control the midfield. But the flag is right behind me at the moment, so it would have been nice if I turned around and helped them out there. But in any case, you have to win a battle no matter where you are. So we're just putting some dots into the Shaman. He does Spirit Link there. We're going to Death Coil him out of it. He doesn't really have anyone in it with him, so that Spirit Link was completely useless, and didn't save him at all, and he does go down. Our Rogue's dying over here, and our healers are not with us in the middle here anymore. They're all over with the flag. So all the damage we're going to be taking at the moment is damage we don't really want to take. And we put our port down earlier, because as soon as you notice you don't have a port down, you should always put it down. Even if you think it's not the best area, it's times like this where you're glad you put that port down a few seconds after you notice it, because then, you know, later when it comes up and you need it, then it's there for you. So we do get away with very low health here at the moment, and I'm a little scared to head into combat over there, because I'm about 1 shot away from death, and I still have that DK and Mage interested in me behind me, but I think they lost their appetite for chasing me after I ported away. We're going to start putting some dots on here over in the corner, but our force is quickly getting cleaned up to try to chase the flag, because they do have their entire team here, and we're split half offense, half defense at the moment, so it's going to be rather difficult for us to run in. I fear the Rogue off immediately after my trinket there, because if I get slowed at that point, I'm pretty much out of luck. I don't have a port down here, but I should be putting one down. I'm just, you know, there's a lot of times when you outrange your port in battlegrounds, and although you should always try to have it with you, until you need it, it's tough to remember it. We have this Mage coming across trying to kill us now after that Warlock gave it his best shot, and we just kind of got rid of him there for a bit. But we have this Mage attacking us here with very low health. We Spelllock the Mage as soon as we get Deep Frozen there. We could have waited for a Frostbolt, but I was a little just nervous having that much health, so I just went for the blanket, because he doesn't have mage armor on anyways, so we're at least going to get the 3 seconds out of it, and he only gets the 1 or 2 Ice Lance there. We have this Warlock still trying to drain our soul, and that's exactly what you don't want to be doing. You just want to put some dots up at this point. Drain soul is actually fairly weak without dots rolling. You need the debuffs from the dots to actually do a significant amount of execute damage with it, but in any case it's going to tick very slowly, so it always gives me enough time whenever he does that to CC him off without worrying about dying. Whereas if he actually just put some dots on me, I would probably melt away. But we do manage to get away here, get a soul harvest off, and our team's been cleaned up around the flag, so we're just kind of waiting to regroup at the moment. Or we need to in any case. They're still charging in 2 at a time, but when they have their entire team there, it's not too effective to just charge in 2 at a time, because then every battle's 8 on 2, and you're never going to win that. You need to go in a big group when they're in a big group, because, you know, going in 1 or 2 at a time, it's not going to do a single thing. But here we do just sit down, and we're going to wait for reinforcements at the moment. I picked up the Berserker buff because I figured I would have been heading back into combat, but because the mage bandaged me there, I figured, alright, we're just going to wait around. They're coming in to try to push their offense now. They've gotten their flag successfully back to their base. We do still have some people working on the flag over there, but this is going to be our main worry at the moment. If we can stop this push and turn it around, then we should be okay. But if they can push through us here, then our flags are going to be in trouble. I'm just going to fear the rogue as soon as he stealths there, because when he stealths that close to me, my first instinct's just naturally going to be to howl, but he does get deep frozen out too. We're just going to put some dots on him, make sure he doesn't re-stealth. We have this druid over here, healing people. I have the warlock on my focus. So this druid's going down. I'm trying to shadow bolt him there. It gets stuck on the pole. He's going to death claw him after that kidney shot, follow it up, keep him going down. We have the shaman in the middle here. He's the only healer left. I'm going to miss that spell lock on the Hex, which is unfortunate. Puts grounding down. We're just going to kill that with a curse because it's faster global. He's running away now, though, but we're trying to get some dots back up on him because he's the only healer in the area. He's the one we're interested in killing. But we do have our dots running on him now. We're just going to soul swap them over to the hunter. We're just looking for extra targets. We're putting them on the rogue, just keeping damage rolling on everybody to keep the healers under pressure and keep everybody whittled down so that our main DPS classes, the ones with the burst, can just finish off what we've dotted to low health. Going to fear the mage there, just stops on his turret damage because nobody else is really paying attention to him. And we don't need to put our Curse of Elements up all the time because I do have that area of effect talent on Curse of Elements. So when people are all grouped up, keep that in mind. You can save yourself globals if you don't put your curse up on everybody. It's good to have it up in the end, but take your time with it. You don't have to be putting it up on everybody as soon as you start dotting them because they already have the debuff anyway. So we have this DK attacking us now. We've cleaned up most of them, but they still do outnumber us here, and because we don't have any healers, it's just me and a hunter left, and I'm at disastrously low health. They have reinforcements coming over now. The shaman and the druid are back, so it looks like they're going to win this middle battle, but our team is pushed up, so we're just on defense at the moment, stalling them from getting to our flag carrier while the rest of our team attacks their flag carrier. Now we're just trying to put some dots on the DK, but it looks like it's a lost battle for us at this point. We're just going to try to hang on as long as we can because we don't have a healer in the area, and yes, we do go down after we get gripped with no port back up. So we're sent to the graveyard, and it looks like our team's doing decent on the flag there, but I think that battle will be a wash. They do send some people back to defense, so that's unfortunate. And we're just going to move ahead in the battleground now. We're just going to move ahead in the battle a little. We're going to be coming off the graveyard here. They've just picked up our flag again, and we've just picked up their flag. We both have 5 stacks of the debuff, though, because it was just recently returned, and we just had to switch cap while I was dead. And they're just going to be trying to move across the field here now with their group of people while we try to do the same, and we're just going to all meet in the middle. It'll be an interesting foray to see who comes out on top in this battle. We have the Resto Druid over there, and we have a Holy Paladin. We put the Holy Paladin on focus. We're just going to put some dots into him, keep some pressure on him, hopefully get a bubble out of him before too long goes by, because it's later in the battle that it's unfortunate for them to have bubble out. The Blood DK, who's their carrier, is coming in now, so we're going to want to put some focus on the flag carrier. I should have some more dots rolling on him. Put some dots up. There we go. Putting Corruption, UA, Haunt, Agony, all that good stuff up. Got my curse on there. He does go down. Just a good focus fire and a smoke bomb. Their flag carrier doesn't manage to grab it. We do get the return there, but our flag still has to head out across, and their flag carrier manages to peel off, so he probably will get there in time. We're just trying to dot as many people as we can because they're not interested in fighting at the moment. They're more just trying to get to the flag, so we can punish them a lot for trying to run from us by just getting full dots on all these people while we're left unchecked. We do happen to sit in a ring twice there, which sucks. You don't want to do that, but you know, you can't watch everything. We Shadow Flame the mage there, just finish him off. It's a nice instant to finish people off when they're going down because it slows them too, so it's very difficult for them to escape, and you can just watch them melt to your dots. We're trying to chase up some people there. We put our port down just in case because the battle is going to be coming back that way soon. And you always want to prepare for the battles where they can happen with your portals. But we see the flag carrier coming across the side here now, so we're just going to try to engage on him. Hopefully take him down before he gets too far. He has a lot of the stacks of the debuff, so we're not going to be too interested in damaging the healers. We're just going to probably focus on the flag carrier and try to take him down before he gets any reinforcements. So we're going to fear the paladin off there, just death glow the DK, put a lot of damage into him with our Death Knight friend. We have another healer coming across here. I'm just going to blanket silence to make sure I get that fear before he gets too many heals going. The Druid started with Life Blooms there, which I don't think was a good choice. He should have started with the Rejuve and maybe a Tree Form regrowth spam, but those Life Blooms definitely didn't keep his Death Knight alive, and we do take him down. The Druid picks it up, and we're going to take him down as well. Now we're just going to clean up this Holy Paladin. After we've gotten that flag captured to our name, we're in a good position now in the battleground, and hopefully we can remain this way for the rest of the battle, because we're in the lead, but it has been a tough fight so far. They've managed to do quite well against us. So it will be interesting to see how it goes from here on out. This mage is just going to invis off and try to escape because he realizes he doesn't want to fight us there. There's nothing going on. He's fighting a losing battle against 4 people, so he's just going to flee. We're going to head up on offense, but we're still looking to control the midfield as a Warlock because we want to have as many targets as we can to put dots on, and the midfield's a great place to find that. But with all of that, and obviously any place where a major battle's going on. If there's nobody in midfield like this, there's no real reason to be here. But I am just kind of looking for a job at the moment. We have our flag carrier heading across here, so I'm just going to help him out. Take out this hunter who's trying to do their midfield control for them. And we have a rogue with us too helping us out, so that should go pretty well. And now we're just going to soul swap our dots over to the DK. And yes, you can take soul swap off the hunter who has deterrence up, so that's nice. We're just going to drain life the hunter a little there. We get a shadow trance. We're going to put some more damage into him. We have this druid across here. He's probably going to be the healer for the middle, but it looks like he's heading up to support the flag carrier, so it's just the paladin here. We fear him off, but we're keeping an eye on him. And the rest of the shaman showed up now, so we're going to have to watch for a few healers. But it's just the mage doing damage at the moment. We're going to fear the paladin again, just keep him CC'd because we don't really want to deal with him at the moment. But once he's immune to fear, we'll probably start putting some damage into him, because once he's immune to fear, we can't control him anymore, so the best thing we can do is kill him. And we're just kind of laying our dots out. We got the UAs up first. As soon as nobody's on you, the first thing you want to do is get your casts off. You know, you want to get your UA and haunt up before you cast your instants. Your instants are what you do when you need some mobility. When you want to move around, you're doing your instant cast. I'm going to go for a Howl here. The DK does AMS it, and he gets gripped at the same time too. The Shaman Tremors out of it anyways. And you see there, I just UA haunt, and then I put my instants up. Because when I don't need to move right then and nobody's on me kicking, I should use that time that I have when there's no one attacking me. That's the best time to get casts up, because casts are very difficult to get off when you have 3 melee on you. So you want to take every time you don't have 3 melee on you to get those casts off. So I should have soul swapped that back to the shaman probably and just refresh my dots, but I was getting greedy there, trying to do as much damage as I can. I get kicked, just going to toss the Searing Pain out because I can't do anything else. Realize I don't have my portal down, so I'm going to drop that, but with no healer here, we're quickly getting worn down by this Frost Death Knight, who is pretty much impossible to escape. And he is going to take us down. And we'll be sent back to the graveyard to await our next call to arms when we resurrect here in 15 seconds. We're just taking a glance at the battle while we're dead, see what's going on, check who else is dead with us, and talk about where we're going to go next. They've just picked up our flag, and we need to get that back still, but they do have their entire team grouped around it, or for the most part their entire team, so it's difficult to push into. But we have a nice regroup here coming off the graveyard, so this should be a nice set of reinforcements, but hopefully we have something to reinforce when we get there, because just 5 of us won't stand a chance against 8 of them, assuming that they have a decent composition there, which it looks like they do. They have a fairly balanced mix helping their flag carrier at the moment. They know that they need to protect their flag carrier, because if their flag carrier dies and we get another cap, it's pretty much over at this point. They need the next cap though, so they're going to put a little bit extra on defense, which makes it much more difficult for us to kill a Blood Death Knight. He does appear alone at the moment, so we're hopefully going to be able to do some damage to him here and maybe land a kill, but it'll be interesting to see, because he does have reinforcements right behind us, and they heavily outnumber what we have here at the moment, especially staying right next to the graveyard. We take the priest down instantly, which is really good for us because it means this Death Knight now has no healers, so hopefully we can burst into him in that amount of time. He has AMS up right now, so I'm just trying to CC some people and keep us alive, but we have this time to put the heavy damage into the DK's AMS wears off there, so I'm just going to target back to him. Keep my dots rolling, but his Resto Shaman and Resto Druid do show up to try to top him off here, and since Blood DK has received such ridiculous amounts of healing, he gets topped up quite quickly. I'm just going to continue CCing, trying to work on the back of them here, because I don't really want to head too close into the middle of combat. If I do, my chance of dying is quite high, but in the back here I can just set up and snipe the people I want to, CC the people I want to, without too much fear. This Warlock's going to cast Heat of Corruption on me, which is an interesting choice considering I'm not standing near anyone, so I'm just going to let that slide. I'm using my Shadow Ward on cooldown, just because I have this Warlock attacking me. Make sure you do those little things like Shadow Ward, Devour Magic, all that stuff is really helpful. Devouring when you have a lot of debuffs on the target. It looks intimidating sometimes, but anytime you remember to use Devour Magic, you should use Devour Magic because it heals your pet, and there's no reason not to do it. And eventually you'll clean those debuffs to a point that you can actually manage to dispel the important things as soon as they go up. We're just going to set up here in the doorway a little, trying to keep our dots rolling on the Death Knight. He's got AMS back up. We do get feared off here, though, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. He was getting kind of low there, but I don't think the debuffs are stacked high enough for us to really burst him down into a smoke bomb at this point, especially not with what we have here at the moment. Just keeping an eye on this Warlock. I find I generally keep an eye on the people of the same class as me in a battle, because if I can take out this Warlock, then nobody else is really going to pay attention to me. I'm just going to howl there, try to keep him off the flag, because they did manage to get the cat back, but he manages to stand on the flag capture, and they do get the flag now, so that means they're up on us. Even though the score is tied, they're going to be up that one, because they're up to the most recent cat. That does give them the advantage. And we're still just trying to clean them up here since we're here anyways. We're going to have to pick up the flag. We're just doing as much damage as we can. We get gripped in a frost over there, so we managed to not move at all. I should be putting a port down at this point because I have a Death Knight on me, but I guess I'm not too concerned about that. Just keeping my dots rolling on everybody I can. I'm going to keep my haunt rolling on the same target that I had haunt rolling on before, because sustained pressure is much better than putting it out on just everybody at the same time. Having one person that's constantly getting low is definitely the thing you want to do, rather than just do 10% damage to everybody. I'm just going to burn my howl there since everybody's grouped up. We just have a haphazard flag carrier at the moment with our Resto Shaman holding it, and he's heading down into the water route. So that does give us the ability to keep dots rolling on everybody, because they're going to be interested in the flag carrier. And heading down this route means that everybody's going to be stuck in range for quite a while. So if we post up in the right position, we should be able to wear people down and melt them rather quickly. And they're all getting kind of low because they don't have a healer here. At the moment, it's just the Hunter, Death Knight. I don't remember who some of the other people are, but we have the Hunter, Death Knight, Mage. Oh, well, the Shaman actually is here, my bad, but he seems to be at the moment, so that works out nicely for us. I can see him on my focus target, but I don't actually know where he is. Maybe he's left his allies in battle. In any case, our flag's going to successfully get away there, and I don't really feel like walking through the water, so I'm just going to head back up and walk across with a mount so I can see what's going on. I'm not sure if it's faster or not, but I find swimming to be very arduous, very slow, so sometimes I just definitely don't want to swim. It looks like our flag's heading up the side there, but it's just a rogue on him, so I'm not really going to go over and help, because there's not a lot I can do in that battle. With just a rogue about to die, and 3 or 4 of their team there at the moment, I'm not going to be able to do too much. But here it looks like we have some people that are interested in going up and across, so that'll give us the ability to put some heavy damage in the flag carrier. I'm just seeing what's going for our flag carrier. I deem that, okay, he's probably going to be okay, or at least I will have time to put some heavy damage into their flag carrier. Because they don't have it on the Blood Death Knight right now, this is the ideal time for us to engage. When it's not on their flag carrier, you definitely want to get on them as fast as possible, because whoever they have it on is a worse target, and you can just train them into the ground. So that's what we're going to try to do here. We're just going to try to put out a lot of damage on the Paladin while we CC some of the other people. I'm just going to focus spell like that Cyclone from the Druid there, just keep him CC as much as I can. He'd already trinketed the first fear, so we're just going to follow that blanket spelllock up with, or that counter spell up with another fear, and then we fear the priest. He's going to trinket, we get Hodge, we trinket out of that, and the Paladin does go down from some burst. So that's nice. Now we have to get back to our flag quickly. They don't have any healers with the people that are attacking our flag, though, so hopefully our DPS is doing an okay job of cleaning them up, because with no healers with their damage that are chasing the flag, they should be worn down rather quickly. And since we have all our healers there, that's looking pretty good for us, or at least I feel like it should be. And we're just going to be leaving the base here now, just mounting up, heading over, trying to get back to our base as quickly as possible, because there's going to be no action on this side at the moment unless they manage to return our flag. But with our flag at 100% health at the moment, there's no reason for one of us to be waiting around their base, although it looks like somebody is anyways, which is rather foolish of them. But we're just going to head back to our base, see what we can make happen there, because it's looking good for us. I mean, we're heading into our base again with their flag picked up. They don't have our flag, they've just grabbed it now, so we have to engage him before he gets too far and before he gets any support. I see their healer coming across, so I'm just going to stall him a little. I don't really want him to get too far, but this Death Knight is going to dismount and do the same to me. So I'm just going to fear him off as soon as he gets on me. Even if he had Lichborn up there, I generally always howl as soon as a melee gets on me, because all the cooldowns to break it except for Berserker Rage are always shorter than, or always a longer cooldown than Howl of Terror is. So if you Howl of Terror and then he Lichborns, your next Howl of Terror is going to stick 100%. And I mean, if I had saved that Howl of Terror for 20 seconds and then used it, his Lichborn's going to break it anyway. So the best thing you can do is just get it started as soon as you can, so that your next one is going to work in your favor. You want the battle running on your pace, not theirs. We're just going to come in here, Howl of Terror, the Druid to stop that Cyclone, put some heavy dots into him. But the base looks like it's okay at the moment. We do have that Death Knight coming in though, so I'm going to try to clean that up. because I don't want our flag to die. He has already gone down one time this battleground, so I don't want that to happen again, because if they get a second cap at this point, it's pretty much over. Whoever gets the next capture will win, but they are in the lead, so we're going to have to clean this up quickly and then get our flag before it gets too far away. But we do have a lot of people working on our flag at the moment, so that's looking good for us. Our warrior leaps over because it's been called that a cap's coming back. This Death Knight gets mind controlled. We have the druid coming in trying to quickly grab it, but his health's too low to really do anything. He's been worn down quite a bit this battle. He's going to try a cyclone there, and that's not going to work out for him. Walking into a room full of people in bear form and then trying to cast a cyclone isn't going to go too well. The best thing he probably could have done is gone cat form and try to pounce the Death Knight while he was standing off the flag at the same time and captured back, but or maybe an NS clone, because Cyclone does actually prevent the flag from being captured, so an NS Cyclone would have worked, but getting that cast off is never going to work with 4 people sitting in the room looking at him. But we do have that cap now to our advantage, so it's looking good for us. We have to hold on for another 4 minutes, but as long as we can do that, we've won the battleground. This Paladin's coming up now. He's trying to pick up the flag because they realize that they have to get their next cap really quickly, and he's got a priest in here with him too. So it's just double healers here at the moment. I'm just putting out as many dots as I can, making sure to keep my UA up with the double dispeller there. UA going up is definitely one of your most important spells. But we're just keeping dots rolling on everything at the moment. The hunter is heading over to the flag. He's looking interested in it. I feared him. I believe he trinketed that, or he got dispelled. He's putting on Cheetah with Rogue attacking him, so that's not going to get him too far. And he is just going to get fully dotted here, and probably not going to make it out of the base. I do get hodged. I don't have a trinket up for that because I trinketed the one earlier, so I probably should have saved that. But I get hodged. He gets smoke bomb. He does go down, but unfortunately their Blood Death Knight manages to pick it up before we can capture it back. I'm going to Will of Forsaken out of that fear, and I get stuck in a frost node with a ring around me and nobody to hit. So I'm just going to put a portal down since I have nothing else to do. I'm going to walk into the ring because there's no reason to just sit there in the ring and look at the ring and wait for it to end when watch how long it lasts. I mean, the ring just wears out now, and then my debuff wears out. So it's better to hope that I get damaged or dispelled while I'm sitting in that, rather than sit there and look foolish in the center of a ring not wanting to get CC'd. At the very least, it wastes a diminishing return. And we're just going to put some dots on the water elemental so we can get a soul swap up, but apparently the Death Knight's AMS that we just ended there, and he actually got hit with the soul swap damage, but it didn't hit him with the dots, so apparently AMS didn't like that soul swap. We're just going to put some dots onto the Paladin here. We're keeping exhaust on them because we don't want them to run out of range of us. And it's better than elements at the moment because, you know, 10% damage isn't going to do much when I can't hit them. Just putting dots on everybody I can. It's looking good for us at the moment. Even if this gets away, we just have to head back and hold defense for 2 minutes and we'll be okay. So if he gets too far, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just going to turn around and head back into our base and protect our flag for the rest of the battleground. We have this Warlock coming up from behind here. I'm just going to fear him because I'm not too interested in dealing with him, but nobody else is paying attention to him. I'm just going to keep my dots rolling on everybody I can, putting UA up, Haunt, Agony. It's the same story every time. So we'll swap off the Death Knight, looking for a target now. See that mage just blinked across. I got crippling poison on me though, so I'm not going to get too far. And I'm just going to turn around at this point because there's no reason for me to head up. And fear on that Warlock, see, I mean, it kept him out of battle for that entire time. Just fearing those people in the back like that, when somebody's out of range of a dispel, and you get a fear that passes them away, it takes them out of combat for a good 15 seconds because they have to walk all the way back. So just that single fear on those people at the back is definitely useful. Whereas fearing someone in the center of combat, they're very likely to get a dispel or have enough damage on them that's just going to break instantly, and that's going to do nothing. We have this druid coming in with a rogue here, but it seems like that's their only aggression at the moment. So things are looking pretty good for us because unless they manage to enter in the flag with a single rogue and a resto druid, we've won the battle. And I don't think they'll manage to do that because a single rogue can't kill a prot warrior any day of the week. So we're just going to be putting some dots out here. This druid's getting murked by a prot warrior and stuns. He does go down. And it's just the rogue on our warrior at the moment. With 1 minute left in the battle, things are looking good for us. Hopefully you learned a few things about your Affliction Warlocks. Things like putting your dots up with your cast first, your positioning, your mobility. All those things are very important in Battlegrounds. I didn't really get to talk about it much because a lot of stuff goes on. But if you watch some of the places that I stand, they're very important. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.